So Rob, that was an interesting game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a competitive game. We knew it would be. Obviously, playing a team from the league above, we're going to obviously ask certain challenge of us. They've got good physicality in their team, some really good individuals as well. So, yeah, we can be positive about our night's work. Obviously, we're disappointed that we didn't get on the score sheet. I think we had enough chances to do that or work the keeper perhaps more. But particularly happy tonight, competing, really strongly and looking really comfortable against a team in the league above. With really good organisation, really good structure, and press the ball reasonably well throughout. So yeah, lots of positives to take away.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say particularly sort of in the defensive sort of capacity, that obviously the back five and the midfield worked really well. Really sort of like kept them out of the game. I don't think they had a shot on target in the first half. They came into it a bit in the second, but obviously we'd made some changes, and they came a bit stronger. But it was I think Andre had to make one sort of fingertip save. But other than that, I don't think he had much to do.
we limited him to not a great deal really across the duration of the game, particularly first half where nip and tuck early part of the game. Then we sort of took some dominance and we kind of got on top, and our movement and rotation was good, and it allowed us to control the game. We just didn't get in front or create as much as perhaps we wanted to. I guess second half they a little bit more aggressive and a bit more front-footed, and they asked a few more questions of us, and in that period of the game, we had to be a bit more resilient, and that's good because that's the kind of opposition that we wanted. Last year we weren't strong enough in the moments in the game and probably conceded goals in them periods, so that's a really positive to take away. And then towards the end, we kind of came back in and we had a flurry of chances towards the end. So, yeah, a good opposition, a good challenge for us, obviously a good tactical challenge, and we can see that the players are taking on board the concepts that we want to. We've still got a bit of work to do in our attacking play, and we are maybe not quite making the right decisions and taking too many touches and slowing the game down, particularly for the number of dynamic attacking players that we have. Particularly the ball carrying players, and we maybe give them an opposition to recover and get behind the ball. So yeah, there's work to do, but there's certain aspects of performance, and I think in the last couple of games we've given a couple of really soft goals against, and that was a really big priority in there tonight. That if you want to be at the right end of this league, we've got to get 15-20 clean sheets this season, and we're nowhere near that last year. So a lot of our work has been working towards that to make us more solid and resilient, and we show qualities of that tonight. What we now need to do is go and work on some of that attacking stuff and make us really dynamic and really ask questions of the opposition in come Saturday against Southport.
Yeah, I mean we were talking about sort of being a bit sort of more sort of resilient. I've not got the stats, but I know last season it felt like we'd go ahead and concede quite quickly, and so I guess that's going to be one of the key messages from sort of like
season. For me, it's game management, and in that period when we are up against it, we've got to be really compact. We've got to get our wide plays tucked in, and we've got to manage the game and manage phases of matches better than we did last year. And we've shown that already pre-season that we can do that, particularly against the Barrows of Salford, and obviously tonight against opposition above us. So yeah, there's lots to be positive about. We just need to build and make sure that with that resilience, that organisation, that pressing that we've got, electric counter attacks in us, as well as movements and rotation to open the opposition up and getting behind and score goals. And it's teams that are successful and do really well. They're successful because they're good at both sides of the game, and that's the direction that we kind of go in, and that's the type of team that we're trying to build really.
Yeah, I mean, one further addition to the squad today, obviously the signing of Ollie Byrne. It's a great capture from obviously his pedigree, Altrincham and then most recently Macclesfield.
Yeah, he's got good experience in the game. Obviously played National League level, and played there comfortably. You saw tonight, it's been difficult for us in pre-season. Andre's played a couple of games and he's been away for a couple of weeks. Different goalkeepers, and it's really a time now for us to create, cohesion across that back line and develop relationships. And you could see tonight that, he brought a calming effect to us. His playing out's really good. He's got good footwork. You know, he can hit bigger passes as well, which when teams really try and press us, we can miss that out and play back to front a little bit quicker. So yeah, it was a really solid debut from him, and yeah, we're really pleased to have him. He obviously brings competition for Andre as well, which is important. You know, we've probably got a couple of players in every position. So yeah, he adds more experience, more personality, and more depth to our squad, which is all positive moving forwards.
Yeah, so we just heard before that we started the interview that we are going to be playing on some terrible events in Southport. You know, there was a question whether they want to play.
Yeah.
So going into our final pre-season friendly of the game, what do you expect to see there?
Yeah, well, what I expect from Southport, probably similar tonight. You know, a team that will ask questions. You know, good individuals. Will have good physicality across the team, which poses certain challenges, certainly at set plays and things like that. I think they've recruited really well. I certainly, looking at their results in pre-season, I expect them to be right at the top end of that league above. So it's a good challenge for us. We want competitive challenges. You know, we don't want to turn up and roll teams over, because that's not what the NPL is about. You know, it's going to be tough games Saturday, Tuesday, and that's after tonight. That's what we're going to have again on Saturday. So it's a game we can look forward to. You know, we can hopefully build on some of the positive stuff tonight, add a little bit more detail and risk taking, and get more bodies in the box in that final third. Yeah, and just help us get a little bit further on the journey to being ready for that 10th of August against Moorcliff.
So final question from me. Obviously, this is your first pre-season with the club.
You
joined us partway through the last season. Has it gone as well as you wanted, or are you still little bits you'd like to work on? Or?
Yeah, no, I must admit I've been really pleased with the pre-season. You know, there were certain things last year I don't think were fit enough. I don't think the intensity of our play was as consistent as it needed to be. You know, we could do it for 45, 60 minutes, and then you saw a noticeable drop off. So we've worked our players really hard this pre-season. We've done a lot of structure and organisation out of possession to build on some of the things that we needed to improve on. And yeah, it's a case of really fine-tuning, adding little bits of detail, supporting players in creating that team spirit that's going to take you a long way, but also creating them relationships on the pitch and that continuity where they understand each other and how they can support each other and get the most out of each other. And obviously we're making a lot of changes now, and we're starting to move away from that. So yeah, really positive. Still bits. Listen, we're always chasing that little bit more. But on the whole, I think we've all been really, really pleased. I think on Saturday we saw a little bit of fatigue in the players, but probably as expected, because we've worked them really, really hard. And I think tonight we came out with that little bit more intensity and aggression and front-footed that probably we saw against Trafford and Salford and Barrow. So yeah, you're always going to get a little bit of fatigue. I think we've hopefully come through that. Now it's about fine-tuning, adding the last little bits of detail to what we're trying to do, really. But yeah, really positive. Pretty pleased, but never satisfied.
Yeah, I mean, I think probably the last thing you want to do is blast through your pre-season campaign, winning every game, thinking we're the dogs danglies.
Yeah.
And then sort of like get your comeuppance on the first game.
No,
of the season.
we want challenges, and we want different types of games. You know, on Saturday we played a team that sat in, and they came to sit and be in a shape, and we've got to find our way around that. All right, we didn't win, but you know, we still found our way through that. Whereas last year we maybe come up, you know, a little bit unstuck against them kind of oppositions. So it's all about understanding games and finding the problem-solving aspects to find solutions to win different types of games. But yeah, I'm positive tonight because we've, you know, competed with a good side in the league above, and you know, we've kept a clean sheet. That's a really positive base to build from. Still work to do, you know, and we look forward to getting the lads back in on Thursday and really starting to ramp it up now for Southport, and then obviously for the first league game next week.
Yeah, it's going to come at us quickly. Rob, brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
See you Saturday.
See you Saturday.
Cheers, thank you.